No, vai.
She's looking rough. It looks like she might have cried herself to sleep. Her eyes are a little puffy.
Yeah.
Good.
Bags under the eyes there.
Good. She needs a little more crying. I'm sure Sunkiss will help her with that.
I think you are much harder on her than most guys would be.
Yes, I am. Because guess what? Most guys don't understand that these crazy bitches need discipline and punishment for their fucking crimes. And you guys, that's why men cannot sort out crazy women. They can't fucking do it. They give them so much more respect and dignity than they offer in return.
This is all true. Andy, this is all true.
I mean, you guys have humanity. They do not. They do not give a flying fuck about you guys. They would like to see you guys literally off yourselves, like Miss Elite, for one. Yes. She is one that is actively trying to get men to fucking commit suicide.
Yes. This is exactly true.
Like, guys don't understand the malevolence behind these cunts. Like...
Yeah.
I mean, if it were a man that was literally trying to physically kill you, how would you respond to that? You wouldn't let him kill you, right?
No, surely not. No.
You would defend yourself, right?
Yeah. Kill him back.
Yes, you would protect yourself. And men don't do that with women.
No, they don't. That's why it's our sphere, really, our little space, little corner of the universe.
Yes.
I'm just troubled. What? What's going on?
Shut up. Oh, news break. Texas A&M under lawsuit for diversity hiring practices. Fuck yes. Hold up. I just got a notification from somebody. Hold on. Yes. Texas A&M. Under lawsuit for diversity hiring. Here we go. 4 hours ago, huh? Where's Contriver? Okay, Texas A&M is facing a class action lawsuit against their affirmative action-based hiring practices for faculty positions. America's First Legal, the nonprofit legal firm suing the university, claims that A&M hiring practices to expand diversity among faculty violates federal law against discrimination. Federal law prohibits universities that accept federal funds from discriminating on account of race or sex. The Texas A&M University system is flouting these requirements by using race and sex preferences in faculty hiring and compensation, a practice that violates the clear and unequivocal text of the Title VI and Title IX, as well as the Equal Protection Clause of the 14th Amendment. Oh, this is beautiful. The defendants in the lawsuit are the Vice President, Associate Provost. Wait. Defendants, Vice President, Associate Provost. It says not the former, because the former provost, that crazy bitch, left Texas A&M. Ahead of schedule even. When I started fucking tagging Texas A&M, she pieced the fuck out. The previous provost is the one that put these fucking policies in place. Last year, Texas A&M was recognized as a Hispanic serving institution and so took the initiative to expand their diversity in faculty. According to the memo sent out to all A&M deans for the F23, F24, the VP for Faculty Affairs will allocate the sum of $2 million for Accountability, Climate, Equity Scholarship Plus program. The funds will be used to provide 50% matching base salaries and benefits up to maximum contribution of 100,000. Let's see. Underrepresented minority groups that contribute to moving the structural composition of our faculty. Okay. First, America First Legal point out the memo excludes whites and Asians from these benefits. America First Legal states that this violates Title VI and Title IX and the 42, blah, blah. Additionally, the lawsuit claims that this practice also violates the Equal Protection Clause of the 14th Amendment. Oh, this is brilliant. Woosah.
Hey, Mandy, did you get in the backstage? Did you don't have to say his name. He's a good. You've been on there and stuff. Lots of people go on there.
Yeah.
Did you get that one in the backstage? I made.
That's a lot and gave him in Texas.
Yeah.
No, I didn't. I didn't see it.
Maybe 3 weeks ago. 3 weeks ago. And I know that this gentleman, who I have respect for, I like him. He's a nice guy. Well, he's not a nice guy. He's a
no. He's a
nice guy, but I mean, he proclaims himself as what his business is. You don't even have to say his name.
No. We can talk about him. No, I'm a big fan of Aaron. Yeah.
So I gave him about $85 on that because I thought, hey, I might as well. I'm a little bit fat, so I might as well give a couple of fat. But I never got that, and it was specifically done, and I did it very well in the thing. And I thought, well, this is exactly what you were just talking about now. So
yeah. No, this is what I've been working on for fucking over a year.
Yeah, he never. Well, the gentleman, I consider I have respect for him, but it never came out unless I missed it because you can't front. What is it? Wallflower. Wallflower can't be everywhere.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's good. That's good, Mandy. That's good.
Oh no, this is great. This is absolutely fucking great. Texas A&M is hiring and excluding professors solely due to the physical appearance of their skin or the ancestry of their family tree. This is vile and outrageous. We must extract the poison of bigotry coursing deep through the leadership of Texas A&M and restore civil rights and equality for all. Our lawsuit will send tremors through our corrupt institutions of higher learning, making clear that racial discrimination will be met with righteous legal action in our court of law. Hashtag white man winning. You know what's so great about this? Fucking Catherine Banks. She's on the side of this happening. So she's been putting shit in place for this to actually happen. That's why she cut off the diversity, inclusion, equity. She like dismembered the whole fucking sector of DIE and started spreading out all those diversity hires into departments that didn't even want them. So they're going to eventually get fired for incompetence. But this is great. Texas A&M will be the first. Yes.
Where was this last year when they had these faculty blah 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 meetings?
Oh yeah.
And we're complaining about this restructuring.
Yes. Oh, they were scared shitless. They're still scared. They are still scared. Oh, this is great news. Finally. Well, thank you, Alice.
tell
Even
them
though
tell them to come to Germany. We give them a friendly asylum, and then we will back.
yes, these crazy bitches should seek asylum in Germany, shouldn't they? Mm. Oh, this is great news. This needs to blow up. This needs so much attention, like so much attention. I'm going to restream this portion here and tag a whole bunch of fucking people. Story written by Jacob. See, this is somebody that actually is a journalist. This is not a crazy bitch.
It's called Aggieland because it was agriculture also? Did you say they did agriculture a lot?
Oh, yeah.
Does that mean Aggie from agriculture, or
Yeah.
why is it?
Yeah. Agriculture and mechanics is their main stuff.
I watched like a German farmer. I think it was a former police officer who quit his job and bought a farm. He's very much complaining. He says he has good soil, actually very, very good soil, but they're not allowed to fertilize the proper amount. They get fertilizer quotas.
Really?
Or something. Yeah, or like the government decides how much you can fertilize. So the result is he can only put so much, which then results in his wheat yield. Not the yield, the quality of the grain is very low. It has a low protein content, and if the protein content is too low, you cannot use it properly for baking bread. So he takes a big hit. He doesn't get the quality and probably not the yield. And he says a lot of farmers are affected. So if you now want to have the wheat with the proper still fucking Corona.
You sound good considering.
Yeah. It's a lot better. Yeah. Anyway, farmers are struggling. And he always argued, our farm is not profitable anyway. We only survive because we have a restaurant and a accommodation. It's like a small hotel or something. But now with the chaos in Germany, the unemployment rising, the corporations fleeing, all the businesses. I mean, how long is he gonna be able to keep that farm afloat? If now the farming businesses is hit, if people have less money, they don't go to the restaurant that much, they don't go on vacation that much. So his diversification might not work in the future. They're angry. The farmers are upset.
Yeah. It should be.
And he said a lot of people, they just throw in the towel and they give up. And then the big, I don't know, corporations or big companies, they just buy up the land and then it's gone forever. And once you control the food supply, that's it.
Yeah. I think I'll start with that. I might tweet this out a few times and tag a whole bunch of fucking people. A whole bunch. This is great news. Great news.
So what do you think are the consequences going to be? They going to have to abandon this?
No, they're going to be fucked. They are so screwed because this is literally crimes against humanity that they're looking at. So, I mean, it's a piece of. I think it's a foot in the door to expose the feminists as domestic terrorists because they're the ones that pushed all this shit. I mean, there's a reason. There's a huge reason that. Oh shit! I should have fucking tagged philosophy by psych on that. I mean, this is racist. It's racist and sexist, bottom line. And it's exactly what the feminists have been perpetuating for decades. Racism and sexism.
So that the court has to make a decision based on whether it's illegal and what the legal ramifications are.
Oh, yeah.
So it sets this precedent, right? You have these...
oh, yeah. I mean, these diversity, inclusion, equity policies have been in effect. I mean, Texas A&M was one of the last ones to institute. That's why I'm like, that's what I've been very vocal on my platform about. I mean, I've been here in this community for 13 years, and a lot of my clients work at A&M. And so they've told me over the past decade, just little bits of shit that's changed. It's happened in my time being here. Like Texas A&M wasn't, they're like one of the last people. That's why they need to be the fucking first, because these policies aren't as deep seated into their institution as they are everywhere else. I mean, Texas A&M has the quote unquote reputation for being the most racist and sexist university, because that's what the feminists say. I mean, it's agricultural and fucking mechanic is its foundation. It used to be an all men's military school. That's how it was founded. So
I think I just vaguely remember from last year, this lady, my students don't feel safe walking across the campus or something like this.
Yes. The black female students that were let in. See, not only is this going to attack diversity hires, but this is going to, like it says in here, ripple out.
But they must go
send a tremor.
if they bring a court case, they go through some kind of discovery process, I believe it's called.
Oh yeah, and they're going to discover and come to the conclusion this all generated out of all the women's studies, and these were all pushed by women.
You really believe they're going to examine that deeply?
Oh yes, I will make sure of it. Yeah, no, like a lot. Ooh, Emmanuel. Hello, Emmanuel. Did you get my tag on Twitter?
No, I've actually been watching for a bit in the background. So I scrolled up and I saw a link, so I was like, let me just let me see if I can hop on.
Yeah.
How are you guys doing?
Good. How are you?
Alive.
Yeah. I'm glad you're alive. How's your niece?
Yeah. Oh, she's good. She's good. Yeah, she's doing very good.
Good.
She seems to be starting to talk, so
yeah,
that's quite the experience. But going back to what's happening.
What do you have to say about this, Emmanuel?
Good.
I know, right?
Very, very good. It's I don't think people quite understand exactly how important it is to have grassroots efforts to fight against this stuff, Yeah, because if it starts from there, then it's genuine. It's not going to get lost, at least for the foreseeable future. It's not going to get lost in the whole political thing, because they tend to politicize it and then eventually destroy whatever movement you have going. But if it's a genuine thing of random, people from, let's say, Texas are standing up without going via the politicians and all that and saying, no, we are going to sue you. We don't need to go through the political avenues. That is very good to see. I know. I'm just going to bring it back to what's happening in South Africa. We have a few sort of what you call them, non-profit private organizations that fight against a lot of this nonsense that we get from diversity hiring. It's let me give you an example of how bad the stuff gets, because we like I always say, excuse me, South Africa is ahead of where America is right now, and the what happens once you have this sort of stuff being widespread is that you become paralyzed. You don't even have, like, the people who are supposed to fix things. Let's say people are supposed to fix the hiring process are also diversity hires. So it's like they're in their interest to resist, So what you have is a whole like paralysis throughout the system that makes it very difficult to get any sort of progress, So it's good to see that you guys are responding fairly early in the rot to a lot of this nonsense. It's very encouraging, and obviously if you guys can do it,
everybody
you sort of set the tone for the rest of the West.
Yeah.
I hope you guys win, because what happens this side whenever people bring these sorts of cases is that they sort of gerrymander the definition of what you call it, discrimination and all that. So they'll essentially twist the meaning so that what they're currently doing is seen as non-discriminatory,
Right.
So what that effectively does is that it renders your case, your whole argument moot, because it's like we're trying to say that you treating people differently on the basis of race is discrimination on the basis of race, and it's unfair because it's not linked to their ability to do the job. Yet they'll say no, it's so they'll sort of how like they redefined racism and all that stuff to say that to essentially give certain people a blank check, So that's essentially what they'll do, what they do decide whenever these sorts of cases are raised. To give you a recent example, we had one of the guys, one of the prominent guys decide, I think there's like a case against them because they were literally singing a song that calls for the killing of a certain white group in South Africa. And for whatever reason, the courts called it, they deemed it to not be hate speech. And I'm like, wait, if someone can sing a song that literally says, let's say, for example, kill English speaking white people in America, right? I mean, like, what else is hate speech then if that can't be hate speech?
It only goes one way, brother. It only goes one way.
By the way, Emmanuel, hold on. I want to introduce because I don't think. I mean, I know you and Gray know each other. I don't know if you've met Frank. Frank is from kind of Aussie sounding country that's not that.
Aussie
But
Yeah.
Nice to meet you, Amelia.
yeah. And
nice
then
to meet you too. Where are you from? From Australia or New Zealand?
New Zealand.
Yeah.
And everything
Right.
you're saying is very, very true. I'm kind of I'm half playing chess and I'm listening to everything, but playing a bit of chess. Sorry, I'll mute myself again.
Well,
thanks, Andy, for the introduction. Nice to meet you. Iridium Kush is a good man. And he's here.
Yeah. Iridium Kush just joined us. He's newer to the channel, but he's our American white man representative for today. So Iridium Kush, this is Emmanuel. Emmanuel's from South Africa. So
nice to meet you.
Yeah, likewise.
I have a colleague in the UK who's South African.
Yeah.
Yep. You speak Afrikaans. Cool. You speak Afrikaans?
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly the subgroup that I was talking about that was suing this other guy for I guess in their party for essentially trying to get them to stop singing the song that essentially calls for the killing of it literally says kill the Boer, which is another term, for the Afrikaners. And it says shoot them. That's what it says. And they sing it literally. So because of the fact that this was going on, what these guys did is that they started trolling them and started to say to say kiss the Boer, whatever it is, sort of like changing the lyrics. But you know what the meaning is. It's sort of like how when they banned swearing, if I'm not incorrect, in the Caribbean or in Jamaica, they start using suck your mom instead of the actual swear word, but you know what it means, so it's the sort of game that these guys play, and it's like, but you know what they're getting at. Everyone knows what they're getting at. It's we all know what it means, and yet we all supposed to pretend that it's not hate speech or I think, just to get back to the subject, the fact that you guys are doing something to actually fight against this stuff is impressive, because for the rest of the West, it seems that no one has the gumption to actually get up and say something and actually do something.
Right.
It's like you look at what's happening, especially in like the UK and Australia and a few other countries. It's like it's like people there have been so beaten, into submission, that like just about anything goes, Just about anything goes. I was just reading up, catching up on some of the latest happenings. And I saw that people sort of losing their heads about the Little Mermaid, the new live whatever thing of it, and apparently they've cast a black woman to play what's the word?
Ariel.
Ariel, yeah, that's the one. And so recently someone used AI to quote fix the movie and turn the character back into a white character, and people lost their heads about it, calling it racist. And I was like, well, this is kind of like the pot calling the kettle black. It's like, do you realize that literally this is the exact point they're complaining about, that you race swapped a story, and the effect of that is that it cheapens whatever effort that or performance that person makes, because it's like, now it's not that you've got your own story with your own characters and all the stuff and you just happen to be black. Now it's like you have to ride the wave, hang on the coattails of previous stories and just race swap them or gender swap them. It's
the appropriation. Hold on, but what's fucked up? It's they're always complaining about people appropriating stuff, but they're actually doing that. They're appropriating
exactly
and bastardizing it. They're colonizing it for their own.
Yeah, that's one way to put it. It's hilarious that when they do it, it's perfectly fine, but when someone else does it, it's racist. When someone else does it, it's toxic. When someone else does it, it's you name whatever pejorative they use in whatever context. But yeah, this is it. And once you start to understand that these people don't actually want to be consistent. They don't actually want to be, you know, fair. It's about what maximizes their chances to attain power. And once you understand that, then you understand why they're perfectly capable of holding these two contradictory, you know, positions. So yes, when you take this is one of the classic complaints they have. When you take Jesus and you paint him as though he were a Western European, you're whitewashing, you know, the actual look of what Jesus probably looked like back in the day, you know. And then at the same time, when you take Ariel from Little Mermaid and you make her black, that's perfectly fine. That's perfectly fine.
Right.
You know, it's not quote blackwashing.
Yeah, but when you do it to men, it doesn't really matter. But when it's being done by women, you're not supposed to have anything to say about it.
Yeah, it's the twin approach. It's both on the gender level and on the race level. And the ultimate you know, fall guy is the straight white male, you know.
Yeah.
That's like that's the ultimate fall guy. Whatever you do, whenever it goes wrong, find a way to blame it on the straight white male. That's the routine, you know. So I'm really pleased to hear that people are making efforts to fight the stuff on a local level. You know, it's not just, oh, I'm waiting for someone you know, some big movement to, you know, sort of come up out of, you know, nowhere and take on my cause. It's no, I'm getting up myself and you know, getting a few like-minded individuals to, you know, try something, you know, fight. Yeah.
But Emmanuel, something I want you to understand, and like all the men that join this panel, like you guys are a big part of this. I hope you understand. Because I have been hounding all these people, and there's a lot of people in my local community, especially at the university level, that were afraid to do it because they, for one, thought they were alone. For two, didn't realize what the fuck was going on around them. And for three, didn't have the full story. And we've been dissecting shit for over a year. So your guys' support in this is very, very appreciated and very, very fundamental to this even happening. So, and this is from other countries that rely on us to not destroy the fucking world, right?
Yeah, that's exactly it. You know, this stuff goes even into the climate change stuff. I saw something about what's his name, John Kerry, I believe. If I'm sure some of the Americans will be able to say if they're familiar with the politician. He's one of the high-ranking guys. He